Hey, what's going on, guys? yugioh here, and I'm back with another casual match from about 2 weeks ago. This time, I'm actually not playing in the match. This is my friends Kieran and Ben playing. One is on Morphtronics, and the other is on Instant Fusion Zombies. I'm a big fan of both of these decks, but here we're going to see the Morphtronic player go first. End phase flip of Royal Decree. That's gotta hurt. Flips up a Morphtronic Radion. I believe this gives all of them 800 attack. So this is actually a 1800 Radion, and if he normal summons or summons any other Morphtronics, he's going to be able to get that boost as well. I know that there are more control heavy builds of Morphtronics, but I know for a fact that Kieran's build is the equip spell build, where you play things like United We Stand and you just try to get a bunch of bodies on the board. But here's a Synchro 7 for Power Tool. Got to be able to grab some of those equip spells I was just mentioning. It seems he's searching for a copy of Power Tool C&D. Yep, he picks all three copies. I think he's definitely deciding something here. All right, yep. So Power Tool's effect is to take 3 equipped spells, reveal them. Your opponent picks one at random, but if you just reveal 3 of the same spell, you just basically add that spell to hand. Very good effect. Swings with the Power Tool while he equipped a Power Tool C&D. I actually had to pause the recording here to look up what it was called. It's actually called Double Tool C&D, and its effect is that whatever it battles has its effects negated. That's pretty good. And also, if he swings into a monster at the end of the damage step, that monster is destroyed. Very good for getting over things that are bigger than it. But here, Ben is in a tricky situation. His floater didn't float because of the double tool C&D. Plus, all of his trap cards don't work because of Royal Decree. He's definitely just on. He's got to find some way to push through this. But here's that Book of Life to bring back the Pyramid Turtle. If he has a tuner in hand, he should be able to make a synchro play, maybe bounce the Power Tool. That would get rid of the double tool C&D as well. And here we're going to see a swing from the Pyramid Turtle. Now, the way that double tool C&D works is that it only applies its effect if the Power Tool is the one attacking. So he is going to be able to float into something he actually wants, probably a copy of... Okay, well, there's a Plague Spreader zombie. That's really good for him as it gives him tuner access, and he has not normal summon this turn. Are we going to see a level 4 come down? He's definitely checking his extra deck, like he has a way 2 synchro this turn. And he did put the Plague Spreader in attack, which to me implies that he actually is going to get off the board this turn. Yep, there's the Mizuki, an incredibly good card to synchro off with. He actually has a ton of recursion now because he could use the Mizuki to special back at level 4, probably that Pyramid Turtle, and then use Plague Spreader's effect to stack a card from hand to make another synchro 6. Here's a Yugioh Guardian. Now, that Yugioh Guardian on its own is not going to be able to solve this problem because it only has 2800 attack and the Power Tool currently has 3300 thanks to double tool C&D. So is there something else he's going to do here? He could go for another synchro play with the Plague Spreader, but I don't know what he makes. I was going to say Dark End Dragon, but the Yugioh Guardian isn't a dark. Here's Mizuki to bring back Plague Spreader into Dark End Dragon. I think that might be an illegal play because the Yugioh Guardian is Earth and Dark End Dragon takes a non-tuner dark monster, but you have to remember that this isn't a tournament match, so no one actually lost their chance to top because of this, thankfully. But I also just realized that they sent, as part of Power Tool Dragon's effect to protect itself, sent the double tool C&D to the graveyard, but that's actually not what's supposed to happen there. Dark End Dragon just sends the card to graveyard, it doesn't actually destroy it. So they both made some misplays in this match, and that's perfectly fine. We've all been there. Here is the Power Tool Dragon effect, though. Showing 3 copies of Mage Power, I believe. Oh, no, it's 2 copies of United Stand, and there's a Mage Power as the third one. Going to be able to make this an incredibly strong Power Tool. I think he did add the Mage Power. That is a card that lets you equip it to a monster to give it 500 for each spell and trap you control. It would be able to boost up that Power Tool by 1500 all the way up to 38. Incredibly good position that Kieran's in right now. Yep, here he is reading the Dark End Dragon. I think they realized the mistake. Yeah, they're definitely talking about something here. Okay, it looks like they did not recognize the mistake. They were just talking about something completely different. Okay, now that is a gigantic... I actually believe they gave it to the Morphtronic Boomboxing because it can attack twice. because that boomboxing goes up by 25. Yep, and that's a scoop. He did have 2 trap cards. That's kind of tragic. But while they're siding, I'd like to ask you to subscribe. I make these type of videos twice a week, and your support would mean the world to me. And if you want to support the channel even more, consider becoming a channel member to see all of my videos a day early. But here we are going into game 2. We're going to see Ben go first this round. Just going to set a monster and pass. I see a machine dupe in Kieran's hand. That's incredibly good. I think I also see a limiter removal. This might be a very swift second game. Let's hope that's not a face down copy of Royal Decree. That would be very unfortunate. And I believe that face down is a Pyramid Turtle on Ben's side. He did flip it up slightly for me to see there for a second. It appears he has some sort of synchro play he's thinking about because he's going through his extra deck. Are we going to see a surprise OTK from Ben? Here's an Instant Fusion. That's a good sign. Which one is he summoning though? I know they play Darkfire Dragon and they also play Reaper on the Nightmare. Yep, there he is. That card normally is able to attack directly and discard a card out of your opponent's hand, but under Instant Fusion, you can't do that. Here's a Deep Sea Diva though. That's huge. I actually haven't seen builds play this yet. That's actually crazy. Here's a Synchro 8 for a... Oh, that's a Synchro 7 for Urbellum. I think he's a 7. But are we going to battle phase here? Or are we just going to walk into a Mirror Force? Oh, I believe he's meant to flip that before synchroing. But that's fine. I don't think that changes anything considering he didn't torrential. Here's a Synchro 6 though. Are we going to see Bryanak? Yes, we are. I honestly thought he was going to make a Goyo Guardian, but it seems he does not want to walk straight into a Mirror Force. Discards a Bottomless Trap Hole, puts this set card back in hand, and I believe that's a solid like 2600 damage here. Going to be able to put a card on the top of Kieran's deck. But let's see if Kieran can actually do something on his next turn. No face down, so there's nothing to stop him from an OTK. Let's see, does that limiter removal machine duplication come up? Oh god, I see 2 United We Stands. That's insane. Something dastardly is about to happen because I know the runtime of this video. It's only a couple minutes left. Here's a Morphtronic Accelerator, going to be able to shuffle back a copy of Morphtronic Boomboxin to destroy a card. Destroys the Urbellum. It's a nice shuffle. Oh, and then he draws one off our Accelerator. I forgot I did that. Oh god, and that's exactly what he needed. Here's the machine duplication. Oh god, is this game? That is an insane way to end it if so. 2 more Selfons. Does he have the luck though? What are the dice rolls looking like? This might be a really swift game too. There's a remote off of one of the Selfons, so doing the dice rolls on Neuron is slightly off screen. I can't see exactly. Excavates 4. Oh god, that's a good good dice roll, but a terrible excavation. He's not able to actually summon anything off of it. And finally, the last dice roll, just 2. He shuffles back the Morphtronic Scopin. And I just realized this spells huge trouble for Ben. That Morphtronic Boomboxing can attack twice. Its base attack is 1200. Here's the United Me Stand, probably on the Morphtronic Boomboxing. He is gigantic. And the limiter removal. So let's calculate some stats real quick. That Morphtronic Boomboxing gains, I think, 800 for each monster Kieran controls. So that is 4 times 8. That's 3200 plus 1200. So that's a 4400 one. Plus limb removal, plus attacking twice. That is 8800 twice. What a way to end the match. Good games to both of them. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys on Thursday for the next live commentary duel.